iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
All right, welcome race fans. We're here this week with the SRCA IndyCar World Championship here at the new track that just came out here recently, the Barcelona, Catalunya. And I'll tell you what, these guys are having, some guys are having a good time out here. Some guys are not having such a good time, but Scott Rambler is at the top of the leaderboard at the moment here. So let's take a look. Coming up tomorrow night, we have the NSRA Friday Night Cup Series. That's always, that'll be great. So tune in for that tomorrow night. That is the Super Speedway Series. All right, taking a look at the race analytics here. 66-degree air temperature. We do have a 13-mile-an-hour wind, though, coming out of the south. Man, that's quite a hefty wind. 73-degree track temperature. They're doing 30 laps here tonight, which is... it's 2.94 miles around this track, almost 3 miles, so it's quite lengthy. So they'll be doing about 87 miles here. Tire window, I'm kind of expecting them to go to about the halfway mark, and probably they will change tires in these cars, I'm assuming. And pit road, fuel window, probably about the same, about maybe 20 laps or so. Pit road speed 50 mile an hour, which is actually a pretty fast pit speed for... you know, a track like this, a road course actually, but it's a pretty big pit road. Okay, taking a look at the points coming into tonight. John Poole with a pretty commanding lead now. Elijah Gracia moved into second, beating Brett Beasley, only by 2 points though. Brett's 90 points back. Sean Williams in fourth, 137 behind. Daniel Falkingham in fifth, 152 back. Spencer Madden in sixth, 173 back. Caden Henry Oaks in seventh, 182 back. Timothy Bates in eighth, 184 back. Anthony Emery in ninth, 206 behind. And Justin Ford rounds out the top 10 to 209 points behind the leader. Jeff Murray in 11th, Will Klein 12th, Lucas Smith 13th, Howie Detray 14th, Andy Kinsey 15th, Tom Mercier 16th, Tony Hilbrand 17th, Rick Ravon in 18th. I'm not sure if Rick's going to race here tonight. I haven't seen him, so I don't know. He may not. Brandon Carl 19th, and Nathan Lewis 266 points back of the leader, John Poole. So some of these guys got a lot of work to do. Only a couple of races left in the season, so they'll be ending up their season here in a couple weeks. Well, again, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it very much. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. If it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the little bell notification and give us a thumbs up on the video if you like what you see. All right, we're a little under 5 minutes here before qualifying, so they got a little bit of time to go here for practice. They've been out here for an hour practicing, almost an hour. Got 3 guys that have not turned into time yet, but they are on the track, and Rick Rayvon did show up. Great. He's a great IndyCar driver. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, he won at Indianapolis there, beating Elijah Gracia by 6/1000ths of a second at the line. I mean, that was such an amazing race. One of the best IndyCar races at Indianapolis that I've ever seen. That was really amazing. If you didn't see that, you need to go back on the channel there and look for that. And I'll tell you what, that was pretty amazing. All right, everybody, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be back with qualifying here in just a minute.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran last, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land unafraid, you're the home of the brave. was unaware that flag is still there. It's our future to save, stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, Satan's that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
All right, folks, we're back. Qualifying's just getting started here. It is open qualifying, and no times have come in yet. They do have a 10-minute window here to turn in as many laps as they want. One quick fix here tonight, just in case somebody does get into trouble, they'll be able to go to pit road and get a new car. So hopefully nobody has to use that. Couple of guys to look out for tonight. Scott Rambler, of course, he's always good at road courses. John Poole, that is our points leader. Keep an eye on Elijah Gracia, he's very fast here. And Rick Ravon, I've seen some good things out of him. And I did see Aldous in here, Aldous Putsikalis, which he's an excellent F2000 racer, but he's not quite as good in these Indy cars, but he's actually getting better. He's actually getting better. I think he's learning the car a little bit more. But now they do have some push to pass in here, because this is a road course with the Indy cars, and they do allow push to pass. I believe they were saying that it is 200 seconds, so you can use as much as you need, up to 200 seconds, but only in 20-second increments. So that's something that the guys, will be able to use if they need to pass somebody quickly. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's all right. .94 miles around this big track here. Thing of it is, if you run off course or hit the grass or anything like that, it does not count that lap. So, but the first lap is their warm-up lap, where they go around, and then their second lap is usually their qualifying lap. But we haven't seen anything come in yet. Oh, there we go. Caden Henry at the top of the leaderboard. First one to turn in a time, and there we go. Elijah Gracia. Getting a few of them coming in now. Rick Ravon to third. And for it being a new track, I was really kind of surprised that they've got the turnout here tonight. Being that it is a new track, but yeah, quite the turnout. That's awesome. Yep, and there we go. Aldous is up to second now. But Elijah Grassi has got the pole as we speak. Rick Rave on third. A lot of guys opting to not even get on the track. If you guys want to kind of take it easy and see how the field's going to go for the first couple laps. Like I said, it is a new track, so a lot of guys are really unfamiliar with it. There is some elevation changes in it and a lot of really tight corners. And only a couple of decent straightaways, the front stretch, and there's another one on the back stretch, but it's kind of a lot shorter. John Poole goes to second. I'm really kind of anxious to see how this race is going to go here tonight. Being, you know, everybody that come in here, most everybody that come in here tonight was totally unfamiliar with this track. So they've learned, I guess, in practice here, because when they first took to the track, there was a lot of off tracks and a lot of wrecks and stuff, but they've really fine tuned it a lot more. I think they've kind of gotten used to it, and it takes, you know, a few laps, 20, 30 laps for you to kind of get used to the track. So we may see some guys pick up their times here as the race goes on and learns the track better. So guys, you know, like Nate Stewart. Nate's a good guy, a good racer, road course racer. Scott Rambler now 5th in qualifying, and we know he's an excellent road course racer. Daniel Falkingham, Tony Hillbrands, these guys are good road course racers. Will Klein not even never even entered the track yet, so Lapis, is that how you say that? Welcome there, buddy. All right, 30 seconds left in qualifying, and then we'll get them lined up on the grid. Getting ready for some IndyCar race here at Catalunya, if I'm saying that right, Catalunya. Barcelona, Catalunya. All right, looks like that'll do it. And Elijah's going to hold on to the pole. Very good. Very good. It should be a good race. It should be a pretty good race, I think. I think everybody's Elijah's really trying to close in on John Poole, and with him having a almost a 3/10 quicker lap than John, let's hope he can hold on to that top spot and maybe put a little distance between him and John Poole and pick up a few more points. Like I said, only a couple of more races left in the season. All right, here we go. Takes a while sometimes for that thing to switch over. All right, run down through the starting grid here. Looks like it's going to be a rolling start here. Yeah. All right. So Scott Ramler did wind up taking the pole with a 1 minute 23.117 second lap. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. John Poole starts second. Elijah Grassi at third. Rick Ravon fourth. Aldous Puttikalis will start fifth place. Nate Stewart sixth. Luka Legsovic, I guess it is, in seventh. Spencer Madden starting eighth. Caden Henry ninth. Daniel Falkingham 10th. Tony Hilbrand's 11th. Brandon Carl starting 12th. Will Klein, first one to not take a qualifying time, will start back in 13th. Sean Williams 14th. Howie Dutray 15th. Nicholas Kressel 16th. Justin Ford 17th. Timothy Bates 18th. And Brett Beasley rounding out the field here in 19th position. Hey, Josh. Green Hornet, how's it going? All right, here we go. It's going to be fun. New track. A lot of unknowns about this track, and guys have just familiarized themselves with this track in the last hour, so this will be fun. All right, pace car heads to pit road. We know what that means. Here we go, folks.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green. We're off and going. Ooh, a little wheel spin back in the packaways, but let's see how this is going to fare out coming into turn one. So far, so good. Rambler is holding on to the lead, and he does hang on to it. John Poole back to second. Elijah Gracia in third. A lot of checking up back here. Guys were really kind of taking it easy, but Tony Hilbrands falls off the pace a little ways there between him and sixth place. Will Klein already up to 8th. He's picking off positions on that start. Ooh, Daniel Falkingham almost got into the back of him. Boy, he's got to be careful. That braking zone right there could have been a bad one. Scott just pulling away here and Elijah Gracia goes into second as he gets around John Poole. Good passing efforts here by these guys. Using that push to pass when they need it. Aldis gets around John Poole. And, you know, this is kind of a signature thing about John. He kind of lays back a little bit, but a road course is really not something that you really want to lay back on, you know. He doesn't really need to worry too awful much. He's got a pretty good lead over Elijah right now, 88-point lead. But the thing of it is, the more you lay back, the further it's going to go. It just, you know, you lose that draft off them guys. Aldis into second as he passes up Elijah Gracia. Running 3.2 seconds behind Scott Rambler already. Scott is showing the way out front. I like the MaxSpeedTV on that car. Thank you again, Scott, for running that. That's sweet, man. Good to see the MaxSpeedTV car out front. Yeah, I see that. I think Tony Hilbrands was caught up in that, looks like, and then Rick Ravon's still sitting on pit road. Don't know what happened to him. I don't like the pit road cameras, but anyhow, there he is. Yeah, he's got big damage on that car. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I don't know. All right, Rambler leading, and Elijah now right here in second. John Poole third. Aldis goes back to fourth. Aldis must have had a little moment there. Caden Henry up to 5th place now after starting 9th, and Will Klein 6th after starting 13th. Luca showed his skills and strength there last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. Did very good. Waiting for him to maybe get up there and tangle it up with these guys in the front. Yeah, these guys up ahead of him are really battling hard right now for that position. .1 seconds back to Elijah Gracia in second. Scott Rambler's just on rails out there right now. Just can't make any mistakes, I guess. He is just really showing the way here. Great job. Well, I don't know what happened to Ravon, or he got caught up in a wreck, I guess, and he may have had to tow, I guess, and now, yeah, he is a lap down. And that, you don't really recuperate from that on a road course. All he can do is hope somebody else has problems. Don Williams running in 11th. Wonder what happened to his Taylor Swift car. That's not his Taylor Swift car. Or is it? I don't know. I guess it is. Maybe that they're on the side there or something. Justin Ford started 17th. Running in 12th. Brett Beasley now started dead last, and he's already picked up quite a few positions. Nate Stewart 14th. Daniel Falkingham 15th. Not going to be a good day here for Daniel. Elijah Grossi, our points leader, John Poole, trying to reel him in. Hey, Dragon, Marcus, how you guys doing? This is about the closest battle on the track right now. Everybody else is getting pretty well spread out. Brett Beasley is closing in on Justin Ford. So Elijah Grossi now 5 seconds behind the leader. Scott Ramler. Scott just pulling away out there. Holy smoke. Ooh. Oh, and Elijah spins it. Oh, no. All right, he gets it going again, but wow, he just lost a ton of positions right there. Oh, man. Well, that put John Poole into second now. 5.8 seconds behind the leader. That's how quick it happens. He just went from second to seventh right there in just a few seconds. I think he's all right, though. Might have kind of heated them tires up a little bit. I don't think he really got any damage with the car. I don't see any significant damage. But he's going to come to pit road and freshen up them tires and everything. So good deal. That's probably a really good deal. Well, he'll be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. So, because I think everybody's going to have to pit one time. Ramler now 6 seconds ahead of John Poole. Goodness. Aldis in third. Will Klein now up to fourth after starting 13th. I never count Will out. He's always good on these road courses. Caden Henry in fifth place. And not far behind him is Spencer Madden. Well, no, I take that back. It was Luca. But Luca was off track. Oh, brother. Yeah, he just went from running about fifth or sixth place there back to eighth. And he does have some damage on the car. So, and front wings are all messed up. So he may be coming to pit road to get that fixed up. They do have one quick fix. We had a lot of drivers a lap down already. Nate Stewart, Daniel Falkingham, Elijah Grossi has a lap down. Tony Hillbrands, Rick Ravon. Yeah, a lot of them. And he's coming to pit road. I don't blame him. He'll be able to use his reset, get back out there, and run the rest of the race without having to stop now. Justin Ford, I was talking to him about that paint scheme. A pretty awesome paint scheme, actually. Yeah, I like it. A Bruzy. There you go. Nice looking paint job. I like it. Kind of fancy. All right, John Poole now 7.6 seconds behind Ramler. Many cars a lap down. Well, there was, I should say. But for some reason, Rambler, they got back on the lead lap. I don't know how they did that. Huh. It went from a lap down to back on the lead lap. That's weird. Yeah, Tony Hillbrands is the last one on the lead lap now. Not for long, though. He's got the leader coming up behind him here. John Poole, our points leader, by 88 points over Elijah Gracia. And Elijah is back in 12th place now. Nicholas Kressel not far, well, Nicholas was right behind him. I don't know what happened to Nicholas there. He must have left. Wow. But that put Brett Beasley into 12th. And like I said, Brett started dead last on the field today, 19th. You can see Elijah up ahead of him. That's 3.3 seconds up ahead of him. And he's running almost a full minute behind the leader. And I don't know what happened to Scott Rambler, but now John Poole is a second and a half behind him. After having such a huge lead, he has lost all that lead. All right, they passed up Tony Hillbrand, put Tony a lap down. John Poole closing in. And Will Klein now up to third. He's staying right there with John Poole. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him battling for second place here in a few minutes. Try to get by John Poole. Coming to 20 to go this time by, folks. It could be a tall order, though, because John Poole's pretty quick, so I don't know. And Scott Rambler, again, is starting to pull away a little bit. He's out to 2.6 seconds ahead of John Poole, so John's kind of losing the sight of him there a little bit. Right along with John here for a minute. And you can see Scott up there, but Scott's starting to stretch that lead back out again. He must have had one of them off-track moments, because he had such a huge lead. And there goes Will Klein, just shot by John Poole. Wow, what an amazing pass right there. I'm sure that was a push to pass. You almost got to use that if you're gonna, try to get by somebody quickly before you get into a corner. Caden Henry in fourth place. He got around Aldous, so Aldous is going backward. Very cool, though. I like the way it's just riding right there, using that draft whenever he can. That long front stretch. Well, they pick up a lot of speed on that front stretch. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Now, if I remember seeing this correctly, and I know this, you guys might laugh at this, but I think they're going to Talladega in 2 weeks. So that'll be really interesting. Now, them cars, I know they get up to like, I don't know, around 240 mile an hour on the straightaways at Talladega. Oh my gosh, that's going to be crazy. I think that's where they go in 2 weeks. All right, Spencer Madden. Brandon Carl sitting here, starting 12th. He started 12th, running in 7th. And Nate Stewart. Now, Nate, I know, was up in the front. He had a good qualifying effort, but kind of went backwards there at the beginning of the race. And now starting to work his way back closer to the front. Well, now that Will Klein is in second, he is trying to close up on Scott Ramler, but man, Scott has just like picked it back up again here. And these guys will have to stop. I think they got to stop one time for fuel, I'm pretty sure. So, and whether they take tires or not, that's the $1 million question. I would think that they would. I mean, if you're going to stop for fuel, why not take tires, right? They do wear out pretty good on these Indy cars. Oh, Will Klein spins it out. Oh, no. And that let John Poole get back by. That was the same corner that Elijah Gracia spun out on. Well, Elijah's made it back up to the 9th place, so he's done good. That was where he spun out, the same place there Will Klein just did, and got damaged. He's pitted on that lap and got a fresh car and come back out. And he's been picking off a lot of positions since he's been back up here. Elijah was very fast in practice and qualified 3rd here today, running back into the 9th place right now after that spin. A good save by him, you know, pulling right into pit right there because it was just before pit road. Pulled right into pit, got it fixed, and got right back out, stayed on the lead lap. All right, 7 seconds back to John Poole. So John must have had a moment. And Will Klein on pit road. That's the best thing for him. Get that fixed up and get back out, in which he did. So he'll come back out 4th place. Yes, sir. Just coming out now. All right, very good. Got a new car. Nate Stewart in 5th place. Caden Henry on pit road. Like I said, these guys, most everybody, they will have to stop one time for fuel, and there's just a select few that have not been on pit road yet. Probably about 6 or 7 of them have not been on pit road. John Poole now 8.7 seconds behind Scott Ramler. It's going to be Scott's race to win or lose, and let's hope he doesn't make a big mistake and John Poole or Aldous get by and take that position from him. So Aldous just now coming around to the front stretch, and he's about 21 seconds behind. Oh, what happened? Oh, Rambler had a moment there. Let's go back and see what happened. He had a moment. John Poole got the lead from him. Let's see what happened here to Scott Ramler. I mean, he had an 8-second lead, and that just went right down the old tubes right there. Oh, he spun it. Oh my gosh. Well, he did a good job of keeping it off the wall, but boy, did that ever cost him major time on the track. I'm not sure he was just sitting there. It looks like he pulled out. Oh my gosh, almost pulled out onto the track right there in front of John Poole. So good job. Good, safe pull out back onto the track. So, man, that was pretty awesome. So, John Poole, now our new leader. That's how fast things change. I'll tell you, it can go from, you know, leading the race, having an 8-second lead to going into second. So, I'm sure Scott may be coming to pit road there. I believe he is. Yes, he is coming to pit road. So, that's a good call. He'll come in, get new tires, and get the fuel he needs to complete this race. All right, well, we're at the halfway mark right now, folks. 15 down, 15 to go. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of laps, but this is almost a 3-mile track. So it's, oh man, John really locked him down right there too. Yeah, it's almost a 3-mile track, so that's actually quite a bit. Almost 90 miles they'll be doing here. Aldous in second. Scott Rambler now in third after making his pit stop. After leading the first 14 laps of this race, I don't know. Now the two leaders have got a pit, so that'll be good for Scott Rambler. He may be able to get right back into the lead again. Yeah, John Poole and Aldous both have to pit. But this put Will Klein and Nate Stewart right on top of Scott Rambler. And now Scott, you know, before was able to pull away from the driver. So let's see if he can pull away from Will Klein now. Starting to put a little distance on him, almost a full second. But Will Klein coming from the back of the field, 13th position. And it didn't take him no time at all, and he was right up into the top 10 easily. Yeah, it is, Mike. You are right. That is road course right to a T. Nate Stewart coming to pit road. So more and more drivers are starting to come to pit road, but we still got the leaders that have not come to pit road yet. John Poole and Aldous Putsikalis. So not sure when they're going to come in. John, he's got a 13.8 second lead over Aldous now. Man, that's quite the lead. That's almost a, oh, that's better than Scott Rambler had pulled away there for a while. Scott was out like 8 seconds ahead. And now John Poole's 13.5 seconds ahead. Jeez, oh man. And here comes Aldous. He's coming into pit road. So he's making his pit stop. So is John Poole. Where is this going to put Scott Rambler now? Is this going to put him back in the lead? Is it going to put those three right on top of each other? Probably. Well, he's hoping that he can get back up here. But doesn't look like it. John Poole come out first. Yeah. Oh, John on them new tires. Got to give him a little time to heat up. That just let Scott Rambler close up on him now. Yeah, John, you got to take it easy there, buddy. Those tires are mighty slick when they're new. He's only got about a 1 second lead now. Here comes Scott Rambler up behind him. Scott would love to get that lead back. Four tenths. Watch us pass. Watch us pass, folks. Watch us. Here he goes. Push to pass. And he does take over the lead again. So Scott Rambler, man, nice pass on John Poole. Yeah, very nice. So John back to second. It takes about a lap to get the heat built up in these tires, so they got some grip. And he kind of got them hot there sliding, so you don't want to really do that too awful much. Will Klein not far behind. And Aldous now in fourth. Caden Henry fifth. And there's Rick Ravon right ahead of him. Rick's back into 15th. But I don't believe he's going to be able to catch up any more positions than that. So he did pick up the most positions last time, I should say, 2 weeks ago, by winning that Indianapolis race, and rolled him into 18th in the points. So, but he started the season late, you know. So a Rambler now almost a full second lead over John Poole. And I don't think, you know, John's more looking at the big picture right now because he does have the lead in the points, 88 points coming into tonight. So he's really not like in any threat here of losing that point lead. Second place, Elijah Gracia is back in 8th place. And Brett Beasley, which is only 2 points behind Elijah, Brett is back in 15th, a lap down. He's got a nice looking car too there, stars and stripes. Yeah. Yes, sir. God bless America right there. Well, Rambler's stretching that lead out now, 1.6 seconds. Let's hope he doesn't make a mistake again and get that. Well, he did complete. He has captured the most laps led here tonight, so he gets that bonus point for leading the most laps. Will Klein had started 13th, is up to 3rd, and he is doing everything he can to try to reel in John Poole right now and maybe get a second place out of this. But he is 4 seconds behind John Poole. Scott just keeps stretching that lead out now to 2.3 seconds. There's no real close battles going on. Luca now did get by Justin Ford, so back into 11th, but Justin's right on his tail, and so is Falkingham. Daniel Falkingham, last one on the lead lap. All right, he gets by Justin Ford, so Daniel up to 12th. Now Justin Ford is the last one on the lead lap. Rick Ravon back on pit road, but he's coming off now. But he will be the last one left out there right now. We've got a lot of guys that have taken their car behind the wall. Howie DeTrey, Nicholas Kressel, Timothy Bates, and Tony Hilbrand taking their cars behind the wall. Rambler wants this win. I'm sure would mean a lot to him. 9 laps to go here, folks. Hey, Scott. How you doing, buddy? Scott's in a position right now where he made a mistake earlier, and he doesn't want to do that again. I think he's taking a little bit better care of his tires and stuff out here right now, because he made that mistake earlier after having an 8-second lead, and boy, the guys caught right up to him after he had an off track. So he doesn't want that now. Uh-oh, might be another one off the course. Is Nate Stewart, looks like. Nate Stewart taking his car behind the wall. Oh no. I told Elijah I was pretty impressed with the turnout here tonight, being this was a new track, you know. 19 drivers, that's pretty impressive for it being a new track. Will Klein actually losing time now to second place John Poole. Now 5.3 seconds behind John, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to reel him in now. Aldous about 5.4 seconds behind Will Klein. Yeah, there is no close battles going on right now, with only 13 of them left in the on the track. Rick Ravon did pick up. He is up to 12th now. He just passed Brett Beasley. Brett had a little moment there. And he's got some serious wing damage on the front of that car. So I would say he must have got into the wall. Yeah, one part of the wing over the right front tire there is missing. And he's coming to pit road. Now they do pretty sure they fixed the wing for free on these. You don't need a reset to fix the wing on. I think they fixed that free. Let's see if they put a new wing on this. Yep. Yeah, they fixed that for free. So new tires for Brett, and he's back up. Ramler, man, power down, 3.5 second lead over John Poole. And Daniel Falkingham just went a lap down. So next he'll be hunting down Brandon Carl. Brandon Carl's about maybe 10 seconds ahead of the leader right now. Yeah, just about 10 seconds. So that's really not a whole lot, but I mean, he's still safe to stay on the lead lap. But 7 to go here, folks. 7 laps to go at Barcelona, Catalunya. Been some really good racing too, and a lot of changes, man. Aldous now starting to bear down on Will Klein a little bit. Would love to probably have that third spot if he can get it. He's closing up here. He's under 3 seconds now from Will Klein. If you can, yeah, you can see Will Klein up there ahead. At 2.9, 2.8, he's closing pretty quick. And he'll be able to use that front stretch for some draft. Wow, look at that. That's a lap car there, but Will Klein's just ahead of him now. 2.4 seconds. Aldous on the move. He wants that podium finish. And man, is he ever driving the wheels off of that thing right now. Back up front here, got Ramler. Be 5 to go at the line, folks. 5 laps to go. Got a 4-second lead over John Poole. Will Klein's starting to get a little concerned here about that podium finish because Aldis has closed up on him. He's within a second using that draft. You can see him in his rearview mirror, and he's watched him continuously getting bigger and bigger in that rearview mirror. Oh my gosh, here we go for the pass. And he gets it. Aldis into third. Hey, Alex. The race has been good. We've seen a few off tracks and stuff that, you know, and lead change there. Scott Ramler's been leading most of the laps, but he did spin after having an 8-second lead, and John Poole took over the lead. Well, they made their pit stops, and John Poole, it didn't take long. Scott actually ran John down. John had a moment there, a little spin when he come off the pit road. Not a spin, but he got really loose and almost spun. And it was just enough that Scott Rambler was coming around, and he wound up taking advantage of that. It took him about a lap to figure out how to get around him, but he did. And since he did, he is now almost 5 seconds ahead of him. And Will Klein on pit road. Wow, what happened to Will Klein? Brandon Carl on pit road. They're going to go a lap down, so they must have got some damage or something. Aldis in third. Caden Henry fourth. Elijah Gracia in fifth place, so he's made up quite a bit of ground now. 4 to go. Yeah, that's the thing, Scott. I told Elijah I was really impressed with the turnout here tonight, being this was a new track. You know, a lot of people did not get the track, and quite a turnout here. 19 guys showed up. That's pretty good. That's pretty impressive for being a brand new track. All right, 4.7 seconds back to John Poole. And I don't think, unless John makes a huge mistake or anything, I don't believe Aldis is going to get to him. Aldis is like 11.5 seconds behind him. 5 cars left on the lead lap. Caden Henry in fourth. And Elijah Gracia fifth, the last one on the lead lap. Ramler, man, he is power down. He wants this win. He's been fun to watch. Got the MaxSpeedTV car out there just on rails right today. I mean, look at the laps he's led. 24 laps out of what, 26? Yeah. I think John Poole's John Poole led 3. Okay, so out of 27. And there he goes. There's 25th lap. 2 to go, folks. 2 laps to go. Five-second lead by Scott Ramler. And John Poole, our points leader, running in second place. He'll hold on to the points. It's going to be kind of cool to see these guys at Talladega in 2 weeks. I don't think I've ever broadcasted an IndyCar race at Talladega. I've raced them on Talladega before, and they are fun. Man, like I said, like 240 mile an hour. I think almost 250 or something in the draft. That's crazy. That is crazy fast. 5.5 seconds back to second. Scott just keep pulling away. And here he comes to take the white flag. One more lap to go for Scott Rambler to bring home the win here tonight at Barcelona, Catalunya. A lot of mixed emotions tonight about the race, because a lot of guys were saying how much fun it was. A lot of guys were saying it was tough. They hated it. I heard all kinds of stuff, you know. But I think the guys are going to probably come out of here. The top three are going to say it was a lot of fun, good racing out there. All right, we should be looking at about the final turn here somewhere, pretty close right here, for Scott Rambler to bring home the win. 8-second lead over second place. He backs it off a little bit there, took it kind of easy, and out of the last turn for the final time. Here he comes to the front stretch. He's going to come home with the win, folks. Scott Rambler winning today at Barcelona, Catalunya. Congratulations. Very good. That was awesome. What a race for him. Let's see, how many laps did he lead? I forgot to look and see. 27 laps, folks. 27 laps. All right, as he burns them down, we'll see if we can't get these guys down here and talk to them. So hang on a minute, folks. All right, we caught up with today's winner, Scott Rambler. Scott, what a race, man. Just a dominating race. Tell us about that spin, though, earlier. You had about an 8-second lead on second place, and you spun, and, man, that let them guys get around you.
Well, typically I don't like to complain about setups or anything, but I don't know what it was. This setup was really, really stiff on the rear end. It was really numb. And it was so easy just to get a little bit over the edge and do a half spin or get a little off track and clip one of the curbs and damage the car. It was a balancing act the entire race.
Well, I think you did an excellent job out there. What's your thoughts on the new track, Catalunya?
I love this racetrack. I've loved it in every iteration that it's been in, from from
Forza?
Super Euro Truck to Forza to everything that it's been in. I've absolutely loved Catalunya. It makes for some great racing.
It's like a giant kidney-shaped track, you know, sort of. Yeah, it is kind of weird looking, but, man, yeah, it looks like a lot of fun out there. Well, you had a great run here today, man. Who you got to thank for this win?
I got to thank Elijah for putting everything on. Thank you, Rudy, for broadcasting and allowing me to keep your channel name on the side of my car.
Well, heck yeah, man. I appreciate it.
And thanks everybody that came out and watched, and hope you all enjoyed everything.
Yeah. Well, before you go, I wanted to ask you, I think 2 weeks, I think I've seen on the schedule, you guys go to Talladega. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm just showing up for the road courses.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep, I'm a ringer.
Man, that would be crazy to run these cars at Talladega, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be insane. 240 mile an hour.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I think, if I remember correctly, I ran a race one time. I think you can almost get up to 250 in the draft. So that is crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be wild to watch.
Yep. All right, we'll go celebrate that win, Scott. Congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next time, man.
All right, thanks, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, our second place went to John Poole, our points leader. John, tell me about the race out there.
It was eventful, to say the least, Rudy. Definitely a tricky setup and track combo. Definitely with the time of day, and it really did bring out the best of all of us today.
Well, do you kind of concur with what Scott was saying about the back end of the car kind of felt numb, he said?
Yeah, just the back end never really felt there per se. Sometimes it was super lively, and other times it felt like you were driving a dump truck. There was just no happy medium with the setup, and to me, I was just trying to hang on for dear life every lap. So I just took it easy.
Well, you didn't really need to worry too awful much. You got a pretty good padded lead there in the points with only a couple of races to go. So, but I know you did need to finish well, because if you finish poorly, them guys are going to close right up on you in the points quick, But, man, I'll tell you what, second place here, you got to lead some laps too, 3 laps. And what were your thoughts when you seen Scott Rambler spin there and you got by him?
I'll be completely honest with you. I was just in my zone going into the corner. I saw a car off to the right, and it just didn't process at all. I was like, wait, was that Scott? I had to ask myself 3 times before he said something.
Yeah.
Over the TeamSpeak saying that, crap, it just spun around on me. Like,
yeah, because he had like an 8-second lead on you guys,
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like I could get to him, or, kept in contact with him, but early on there was a little bit of beating and banging early in the race, and it just didn't allow for it.
Yeah. All right, well, who you got to thank for this second place, John, and holding on to that points lead?
Well, I got to thank Elijah for putting on the SRCA IndyCar and the Pro Mazda Leagues. They're fun every single week. I got to thank you, Rudy, for broadcasting every single week. You do a fantastic job. And I got to thank... You're welcome. And I got to thank Cosman from Splash and Go Graphics for painting up that Star Trek car. It's a lucky charm.
It is. I'm telling you. I'd hate to see you take that off of there, because I think your luck would change. It's good to see you up there, man. That's great.
Absolutely.
Well, what's your thoughts on Talladega?
To be honest with you, early in the season, I kind of skimmed the schedule, and I was like, I looked at the schedule and I saw Talladega, and I did a double take, and then I said, I hope I have a large enough points lead at that point to, if something bad were to happen, that would be like a drop race. But
right.
Looking at it, I do have a big enough lead. It could be a drop race, could be a championship winning race type thing. Could lock it up next time around. So
that's true. Yeah, it's not something right now that you can lay off of. To hold on to that points lead, you've got to really stay with it. And even if you went out there and say you got wrecked out or something and wound up with a 15th place finish, at least you're going to get some point, And that would be better than wouldn't that be better than taking a drop week?
No, because my second drop week is a 5th place finish. It's dropping back right now.
But do you really want to miss out on the fun doing 240 mile an hour?
Oh, no, I'll still be here. Absolutely. It's just going to be a lot of interesting moments definitely next time out, and I'm just hoping to survive.
All right, buddy, we'll go celebrate that second place, and congrats on holding on to the points. We'll see you next time then.
All righty. Thank you so much, Rudy. Take care.
All right, third place, Aldous. Aldous, man, what a run for you today. Man, it was kind of up and down for you for quite a while. Tell us about that run.
Well, Yeah, I normally don't race this car, and this was my first time on this track as well. I joined basically the practice just to practice the track. I didn't even think that I will be racing it, but yeah, it was
Hmm.
quite fun at the end. And yeah, the contact I made in the beginning of on that back straight, I was basically avoiding because I was braking too late, I think. And if I would not go to the inside of the turn, I would just crash in the rear, and it would be way worse.
Hmm. Well, it didn't take you long to figure it out, man. I'll tell you that. Well, you were battling with Will Klein there for quite a while. You closed up on the back of him when we were on top of that battle, and man, I'll tell you what, that was looking pretty interesting. And finally, I don't know if Will just kind of let you go or what there, but and then all of a sudden he dropped out. So, but man, you bring it home on the podium again this week, Aldous. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. After that, in the beginning, I had some damage because I didn't know about it. But when I got that fast repair, then it straightened everything out, and then I was like half a second at least faster than I was before, I think. So that's why I closed up on Will.
Yep. Well, what's your thoughts on Talladega? I mean, that's a super speedway running these cars at 240 mile an hour. Are you going to be there for that fun?
Oh, definitely, because I've done Daytona before in these, and that's a lot of fun. It's absolutely mental, but it's fun.
Yeah. You betcha. It's going to be fun. So, all right. Well, Aldous, who you got to thank you or who you got to thank or give a shout out to here for your third place finish?
Elijah, as usual, you, Rudy, and everyone in the TeamSpeak chat, for having this fun.
Oh, yeah. It is a lot of fun hanging out with them boys, ain't it? Man, I'll tell you. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
definitely.
go celebrate that, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, we'll see you at Talladega because that's going to be absolutely nuts. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Yep, sure.
All right, let's run down through the final results here, folks. Scott Rambler coming home with the win. John Poole finishing second. Aldous will finish in third place. Elijah Grassi fourth. Caden Henry fifth. Sean Williams sixth place. Justin Ford seventh. Daniel Falkingham eighth. Brandon Carl ninth. Rick Ravon will finish in the top 10. Very good. Brett Beasley in 11th. Will Klein 12th. Spencer Madden in 13th. Nate Stewart 14th. Luca will finish in 15th. Tony Hilbrand 16th. Timothy Bates 17th. And Nicholas Gressel 18th. And Howie Detrey running out the field in 19th position. So again, congratulations to our winner here, Scott Rambler at Barcelona, Catalunya. Man, very cool race for a new track. I thought it was really cool. Guys did a great job, and just a dominating race here by Scott Rambler tonight, leading 27 laps. So, all right, well, folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.